Hey everyone, Greenbeard here. Welcome back to another MLB 9 Innings 23 video on our channel. So with the limited time shop up, let us go open up some SIG packs. Alrighty, so as you can see, the limited time shop is back. The second one came with multiple SIG player packs. So we are going to open those now and see if we can pull a Philly. We got a diamond. Wow, okay. I'm curious. I want to peek, but also I don't. I'm going to open them at the same time. David Peralta, 21. Not a very good SIG, unfortunately. And Jonah Heim. Let's go check if we can do a SIG combo. So we have this Diamond Kirk Gibson SIG. So I would do maybe 2 diamonds and a gold if we can, which we can. We have exactly enough to do that. So 2 diamond SIGs and a gold SIG. Hopefully that will net us a diamond SIG in return. I think I'm okay doing this because pulling a diamond SIG normally is not the easiest thing in the world to do. So, 2 diamonds and a gold is about the best you're going to get, seeing as pulling another diamond probably won't happen for a little while. So, oh, and it went down. Although, if I recall, that is one of the best relief pitcher SIGs in the game. No, never mind. Who am I thinking of then? It's not. Oh, I'm thinking of Nick Anderson. His 2020 SIG is unreal, but I don't know. I guess they haven't added him back in. So, again, not that we particularly need anything right now, but just wanted to do that while we can. Alrighty, so unfortunately we didn't pull a team card from any of those, but the big meat of today's video is going to be that we finally have the Team SIG pack off cooldown. So we will be doing our final Club Craft in a little bit. So we'll see if we can pull a team card from, well, we will pull a team card, but if we can pull a useful card, I think it's probably close to a 25% chance that we pull something that is considered useful or worth a GI. Let me show you the team real quick. So, interestingly enough, they finally removed a bunch of old cards. So if you take a look here, you can see I have a handful of cards that are now retired. Specifically, we have Ken Giles here, is now a retired card. Didi Gregorius is now a retired card, and Michael Franco. So Ken Giles had 2 years. Didi and Franco were single-year cards. They also removed Odubel Herrera, Cesar Hernandez, and maybe someone else I can't recall. So they pulled a lot of the cards that we could dupe or wouldn't necessarily upgrade, but, we'll take a look. But again, I would take Hoskins 19-year because even though the batting stats aren't great, the field is really good, and given the new field meta, in theory, down the road, if we were to get really good skills on him, we could put him at first and then, worry about third later. I might GI Dave Cash and put him on the bench just because if we were to pull him, because he's a higher OVR, and, we would see. Obviously, we would take Mike Schmidt, Lazinski, Schwarber, Burrell. I would probably take Hoskins 18 as well. So something along those lines. Pitching wise, I would definitely take Cliffley, work on him, have him be a long-term project, see if we can slot him in, if he's worth it. Wheeler 21 for sure. And then in the bullpen, there's a couple guys we would probably work on: a David Robertson, a Sir Anthony, Tug McGraw, and, something along those lines. So there are options. In all likelihood, we will dupe, but that is what it is, and we'll go from there. So let's just jump right into it. with the Team Sig pack. Not a diamond. Can it be a card that will be useful to us? No. It's Ryan Howard dupe. Well, it's a dupe in that we already have his card. It's not a dupe in that we've never pulled him before, but no chance that he's going to go into our lineup, unfortunately. So he'll go in the background. If we ever pull another Phillies team card, he will be our dupe protection. But that being said, we don't really need to be doing any more getting any more TSSs. I am considering working on Trevor Hoffman here. Working on getting him out. I was running some numbers, and with a fairly easy train, he would end up being better than Garcia or Blake Parker. So part of me is tempted to use RGI on Trevor Hoffman, which I might do. We'll see how I'm feeling by the end of the video. I might be impulsive and go ahead and do that. In terms of what we want to do at third base, so I could either sig change Mike Schmidt or keep getting Supreme packs and try to pull Supreme Schmidt. The only reason that this would be a better choice over the sig is that we know that fielding is going to be important. How important, or rather how much field will be needed to, hit whatever threshold is needed, we don't know yet. But this Schmidt would require basically pure field investment in order to reach whatever that point is, because he, for whatever reason, they decided that he's not going to have any good fielding. Whereas this card, because of the extra training, we could still go batting stats 1, 2, 3 and get him enough field to get like a 120 fielding, and not to really take that much away from his batting stats. So my gut right now is to hold on to the sig change for a little while. Don't use it yet. And maybe in the next couple months get a few more historic packs and see if we can get lucky there. Which is why right now I'm leaning toward using that GI that we have on Trevor Hoffman. That's sort of the way I'm leaning right now. That's kind of where I am. I need to double check something real quick. All right, so I went and, where do you go? Gave Hoffman here a quick train. Not the best train in the world, but I'm not super worried about it because, in theory, he wouldn't go into my lineup until he's Black Diamond with a Legend skill anyway. So, because that's not going to be happening immediately, we can, train him up, just try to get him a generally good train, and we'll grade increase him, finish off the train, probably just chuck it all evenly into location velocity, something like that, and go from there. And I think that's what we're going to do today, because it's a really good card. And he, Parker and Garcia just aren't great cards. And, why not? Neither of them have great sets. Finesse, Fix, or Mess is okay, but he's just like, his base stats aren't very good. So, why not, right? And since he's not immediately going to go in, since it's not pressing, I think it would be a fun thing to do. And we have time. There's no pressure to immediately use the sig change anyway. So, I think we're going to do that. Why not, right? Let's see. Is there anything else I need to do before we hop into it? I don't think so. So let's use our GI on Trevor Hoffman here. We'll take him diamond, finish his train, and then we'll be able to use any packs we open today to special train him. We also have 6 GI resets, depending on how many we need. His GI is 70. That's not bad. We're going to use these anyway because we would want something a little bit better. He will go up. So let's see what he goes up to. 74. All right, we will take that for sure. That's awesome. Let's see if he came with any skills. Nothing there. Open a second storage slot. Outside of a miracle, we wouldn't use him anyway. Nope. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm curious. I'm gonna go check what that last point of grade increase would go to. All right, so the last point would go to location, which isn't bad. I'm gonna figure out how to finish the train. I'm probably gonna go more location than velocity, with the thought that theoretically I want to prep him that we could get a Finn train, and go either way, Finn or Dom, once we actually get him to Black Diamond and finish off of his skill sets. All right, so I ran some calcs, and we are going to go 7 to location, 2 to velocity, and that'll put us in a nice-ish middle ground where we could fairly easily, with a little bit of luck, get him either Finn or Dom, depending on what we need, once we get him skills. So, 7 location and 2 velocity. And so, yeah, I went through and figured out the calculations on how we would go about that. Either way, so I have it all mapped out depending on which skills we would land. All right. Awesome. So training is done, which means we can start working on packs and special training. So let's hop right into the packs. We have a ton of premiums today, so we're going to try to zip through as many of these as we can. I'll probably leave around 100, 150 premiums for next time. But I do want to try to clear out as many of these packs as we can. And then we will go right into special training for our new Trevor Hoffman Supreme. We have some skill change tickets, which I may hold on to those. There's a prime. I thought I saw the prime glow. Lance Lynn, I think that's a new prime for us. I was saying, I think we're going to hold off on skill change tickets, regular skill change tickets this week. And then we will go ahead and use the 7 premiums we have. Right now, we're looking for something a little bit better on our Gene Segura. Oh, something else interesting that I forgot to bring up. I've been talking to some club mates, and due to the fact that I keep pulling Pioneer on all my batters, and all my best sets seem to be Pioneer sets, I decided to re-roll on Jim Rice, who did not have a completed Pioneer set, to try to get him bad ball hitter, to try to balance out our lineup and make sure that we aren't too Pioneer heavy. And it was not too bad. It only took a handful of premiums, but we were able to get him bad ball hitter. Does not currently have a second or third skill. He's pretty low on my priority list since we can just leave him with Pioneer, Table Setter. That's another new prime for us. Since we can just leave him with Pioneer, Table Setter, Slugger in the meanwhile. We desperately need greens and blues on this team. Specifically, we really need blues because, like with Didi, like with Harp, we have a ton of cards that have 2 really good skills and are waiting on a third skill, but we just have not been able to land them that third skill, So hopefully we can get some luck with blues the next time we get them. And then we will be able to, immediately start on luxury picks. So working on Trevor Hoffman if we get him a set, working on Jim Rice's backup set. Another thing, too, is that I want to start using blues and or greens and or both on my rotation, because right now none of the SIGs in my rotation are holding their water. Even though on paper some of these sets look pretty fire, in reality they're getting hit real bad. So I want to try to start re-rolling on some of them and either get them better thirds or, who knows. But that is also something on the docket down the road, because, that's a diamond from I want to say it's a live season premium. It is. So yeah, so that is something on the docket as well. Once we have blues and greens down the road, especially since we will no longer be getting, we'll no longer be purchasing the TSS on this team because we don't need to. We pulled that Ryan Howard from the Club Craft, so he will go in as dupe protection, but I don't really need to get another TSS. It would be luxury upgrades at this point or filling out my bench. And we have bigger fish to fry at the moment than working on those sort of things right now. So in the meanwhile, we'll work on what we have. The Trevor Hoffman Supreme is just a really good card. In fact, I would need to run the numbers, but he is probably as good or better than the team SIG he has for the Padres or the Brewers, just because his base stats on both of those individual years aren't great. They kind of did what they did to Mike Schmidt, where his SIG year is just not great. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. And it certainly, is a good card to have, but his Supreme is, the base stats are so much higher on the Supreme that I imagine it's a lot easier to for them to be comparable than you would think, especially because once you get a card in your lineup, at least for away matches, you can use gear and conditions, which is one of the few benefits of Supremes, is that they get the double gear and they get the double up condition. So, working through these packs as quickly as we can and using them all to special train. Okay. Okay, that's it. I don't want to use special train material just yet because we have so many cards to go through. We'll use special train material toward the end so that, we can clear up our inventory and our bench from all the space that the cards we're opening up take up. So we're down to 100 of these. We'll probably open 200, 250 of them right now. We still have another, I think, 200 coming. So I am not for want of premium player packs. I think I mentioned this in one of the last videos. If I didn't, it was something I thought about and didn't actually say. But I am going to start saving up Team Select packs until there's a team card, either if they introduce a Phillies Legend card, which who knows if they ever will. But, at the moment, I don't need Team Select. If we do start pulling them, I would probably... trying to think... I'd probably go Yankees in hopes of pulling Goose Gossage for the bullpen, like we do on the Twins. And Lou Gehrig is one of the best ones. But then again, we could also go with the Guardians and potentially pull Jim Thome, who, even though in this game is a Guardian, in real life was a really great Philly as well. So there's that option as well. I wouldn't feel bad about putting him in the lineup because in a way it would be like still having a Philly in the game on my lineup, But that being said, the Guardians have a bunch of other starting pitchers, and right now, starting pitching, I would rather fix the cards we have than add more cards. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but yeah. So I don't know. Legends are great, but I'm getting to the point where it's about building a team, and the only reason I'm okay doing Hoffman is because I'm not tied to Luis Garcia or Blake Parker. If I had Tug McGraw and Sir Anthony Dominguez in those two places, if we had pulled one of them, from this Club Craft TSS today, then I wouldn't probably be doing this. But since not, I've got a couple open spots in my bullpen where there are guys there that are Phillies, but they're not guys that I'm particularly tied to. So in that case, why not go with the best card? And if, worst case scenario, if we get Hoffman to Black Diamond and we're hunting and we hunting for legend skills and we pull pitcher's chem, worst case scenario, then I just have a really good pitcher's chem guy, right? So it's sort of a win-win right now. And like I said, we don't immediately need him in our bullpen, so we can take the time that it's going to need to work on guys we need premiums for first, and then we can go and work on Hoffman once we get him Black Diamond. But we're a little ways away on Black Diamond pieces. I could feasibly get the Black Diamond change ticket and use it on him because he requires 200 Black Diamond pieces, but it's just too overpriced for even me. So I don't really want to do that. So and it's not hard grinding Black Diamond pieces. It just takes a little bit of time and patience. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait, and probably in the next video, depending on when this comes out, we'll see, and we'll go and we'll take him Black Diamond as soon as we can. But for a little while, he'll probably be a bench warmer for us. But that's okay. At least we've got the wheels in motion of what the next project is. All right. Oh, no, not Black Diamond. And get all them in there. And just from premiums alone, we're almost done Hoffman. So it's kind of crazy once you start reaching this point where you don't need to special train anyone anymore, how quickly all of the different kinds of material comes. And then you're just like, I don't know what to do with this. We'll open 20 more of these. And once we cap out Hoffman right now, just for fun, I am working on special training the Diamond, what's his name? Freddie Galvis that we have. Not that I am going to sig change him, but just like, I'm just kind of like, meh, why not? Work on special training him. The material is not necessarily being wasted because I don't have anyone else who needs it. And the material comes so quickly anyway. It's not a huge thing, but right. Cool. So nothing really there. Maybe we hold on to that Trey Turner. Let's open the 2 premium vintage. Let me know what I should do with those team select packs. We're going to hold off on doing anything with them just yet. I could open them, but we're not going to just yet. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Should we open those team select packs as Phillies, should we open them as Yankees or some other team with legends that we could use, or just hold on to them and, figure it out as we go? Well, those were ultimate packs, and we pulled 1 diamond from 20, so that's sort of in a nutshell. Oh, Cliff Lee. Not a good year for Cliff Lee, but it's a Cliff Lee. That's in a nutshell sort of how ultimate player packs have been going for all my teams. And then we get 3 out of the last 7. So I don't even know, man. All right. 15 live season alts. And then we'll start getting into some of the juicier packs. What is up with these ultimate player packs, man? They're just so bad. That's 15 live season alts without a diamond. They had to have changed the rates, right? I'm not crazy, am I? We don't need to do these just yet. 4 diamond player selective. Can we see a vintage or prime? Nothing there. Let's take Jock Peterson. I had him on my fantasy team last year. All right. Player selected pack 2. Nothing there. Nothing there. We'll take Giolito. Got 1 more. Nothing from 1. Nothing from 2. Let's take Renfro. And the last diamond player selective pack. Nothing from 1. Nothing from 2. We'll take Ranger. Don't need him, but we'll take him. All right. So, I think my game froze real quick. All right. So, we'll open the live season diamond packs. Don't really need anything from these. Like I said, we're going to hold on to team selective packs for now until I figure out what I want to do with them. And the last 2 packs for the day will go with the prime player pack and the league selective prime. Right now, the only prime that we are quote-unquote hunting for would be Jose Bautista. That's one of the few prime card arts we don't have that I really like. Sonny Gray, I don't know if we have him or not. But let us go do the last little bit of special training. All right, so that we don't even run through all the cards, and that will cap out Trevor Hoffman. Like I said, once we finish this, we'll go through the rest of the cards we have into that Freddie Galvis batter we have. Oh, crap. I want to do players first. Throw all the diamonds we have into them. That'll get them up to level 6, so that's 2 more levels of special training on him. Again, not that we need it, but at least it clears out player space first. And as you can see, now we have almost no points. So actually, let me show you real quick why we don't have any points. So they announced what the sort of new plan is going to be. It's not happened yet. It will happen. By the time this video comes out, it may have already happened. But fielding varies by different positions. Catcher is most important. Shortstop's most important. Then it's second base, third base. Then it's first base, center field. So since center field's in the bottom tier, I took a gamble and said, you probably won't need more than 115. So I retrained Bryce Harper for 115 field. And, look at the batting stats, man. That's just absurd. That's why I really wanted to do it. But that's why I don't have any points, because it took me a little while to get that train. But we got the train on him. And we'll go from there. So let us hop into the premium skill change tickets and hope, fingers crossed, we can see something good on Gene Segura. He has this 3-3-2 batter's insight set. If we see a high-level bad ball hitter set, we will take that over batter's insight. But if we don't, then I'll hold on to it just on the off chance that they actually fix batter's insight. Kind of doubt they will. They said they're going to work on it. I kind of doubt they'll actually be successful, but we'll see. So unless we pull a high level, unless we pull a 665, 666 Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter set, we'll hold on to this Batter's Insights set in the meantime. But I'm getting ahead of myself. In all likelihood, we're not going to see any Legends skills today anyway, so it's irrelevant. The only normal skill set I would take would be if we get like a 3-3 set with 2 good golds. There's one. Chance Maker, 3-1-2. It's fun that it comes with Charisma and Master Base Thief. See, the problem is both Chance Maker and Master Base Thief are predicated on getting on base, so I don't think they would pair very well together. So we're going to pass it. If it were higher levels, maybe we would have kept it, but I think the levels were just too low to keep it. Or if Master Base Thief was a better skill and we could short Chance Maker, maybe give it a shot and see if it's any good, but not at those levels, not with Master Base Thief. So looks like we're not going to see anything today. That's just sort of the typical thing. Charisma Prediction 3-3 was an interesting start, but then Training Junkie kind of fudged it at the end. If that was a 3-3-3 set with Charisma Prediction, might have kept it. And one last one for the day. Gene Segura has been a hunk of work for us for a while now, but we don't see anything. That's okay. He will continue to be a work in progress for us. So with that being said, I think that will be it for the video today. I'm gonna sit on it and think about whether or not I want to take Hoffman Black Diamond next, or whether I want to take Ranger Suarez and Black Diamond next and retrain him. As much fun as Hoffman is, and I want to get him Black Diamond, I also want to get the SIGs currently in my bullpen that are going to stay there, so specifically Ranger Black Diamond. Not so fudged about Luis, since Hoffman might go in over him, skill dependent, so I don't know. Maybe I change my mind and get the Black Diamond change ticket, use it on Hoffman, but right now I'm not leaning that direction, so we'll see how it goes. But thank you for coming with me on this journey today. Unfortunately, not a great day for the Club Craft TSS, unfortunately. But we finally took our Hoffman Supreme Diamond and have started getting some good work in on him as well. So with that being said, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.